Hello, welcome to my caravan. It's a tiny little one-person caravan where I'm doing some painting and doing some work in the greenhouse there next to me, which plays music, classical music 24/7, which is where the seeds are grown, and then we plant them further down in the land and we grow them and then sell them. All organic. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to share hello to people that want to see it. I know there's a few. I like to keep up with what people are doing, so I like to share what I'm doing. It's nice to share. So yeah, for some reason I'm now in a caravan. I didn't have electricity, but now I've got electricity. They've wired it up, and I'm staying here for another 12 days before I go to Sardinia. Been taking Italian lessons today, and I've been taught Italian in French. That's a mind fuck for you when you're struggling with the French to start with. So that was a lot of fun today. But yeah, brilliant experience. I'm looking forward to Sardinia. I'm going to a biodiversity farm, so it's some organic farm, which it's actually 65 kilometres away from where the group that I'm going with. Wonderful people. They're staying in, I think it's Calgary or something, which is in the south on the coast. Bed and breakfast they've got, and they go off doing their work experiences in the town, then go back to the hotel. But I've got to stay at the biodiversity farm because it's too far away, and I'll just come back for the weekend in the middle for a little bit of experience of Calgary, and then go back and do my farmy stuff. So it all sounds brilliant. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the people I'm going to meet. Well, I haven't met yet, but obviously going there for a reason. The door opened, I walked in, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it leads next and to what doors that then opens up, because that's the way I like to do things. Never know what's coming next. Anyway, I keep digressing. I wanted to do this video because a thought came into my head which I've now lost. Oh yeah, it's like how do you generalise the whole world situation at the moment? Because that's a real head fuck. Because there's so much. I've been very fortunate in the way that my life has worked in the last couple of years, from having a stroke and realising what I realised about the way the system works and how I don't want to be a part of it because I'm supporting corruption and paedophiles in government, and I can't be just watching TV and working, paying taxes, being a slave to that system for the rest of my life, even though at the time I was offered an insurance salesman's manager's job in Manchester, opened up a whole new region. Everything was being given to me, guiding me on this little plate of the next 30 years of my life being planned out for me Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, just so I can make money to buy shit. And I thought, no, after my stroke, well, actually before my stroke, the stroke was like a real kicker at the end of it. And I realised I didn't want to do that anymore. And there's a whole world out here I want to experience, but once you start looking into trying to have that experience, there's things getting in your way, like passports and wars and politics. And you think, fucking hell, all this bullshit that's going on is stopping me going out and exploring and doing what I want to do and seeing what wonderful world we still live in at the moment. And when you start looking in, I had the time to start looking into the whys and whatnots of why that's happened and what's been created and how the whole planet's basically a big fucking mindfuck prison system that we don't even think about. When we could all those who choose to try to fucking explore the planet and meet new people. But it's difficult because of the situations that are created around us, and that's annoying. And it's also a bit of a mindfuck because you start to question everything you've ever learned, ever been taught in history, never been taught in the education system, and I can go on and on and on and on and on about all the finance system, the banking system, political system, the people that we believe that control the political system, the people that control the political system. It's like a big fucking pyramid. But it's not like the big Illuminati pyramid, because the Illuminati is not a scary thing. It's actually something completely different that's being portrayed by the people that want to portray it as that. And everything's a mindfuck. And I still don't know what's going on in the fucking world, but I can see a lot of what's going on in the world, and all of it is bad. Not all of it. There's some wonderful people I'm meeting that are trying to do some wonderful things. Just like a few days ago, a new girl started to do the farming, came down to farm with us, and gorgeous and full of life and bubbly, and 31 years old, just been on a 2-year tour of the world, just seeing what's going on. She came back to France, and it's like her head was fucked, like, oh, what, all these problems I've been having around the world, now I can see why. And she's sort of pieced things together herself, and then she, for some reason, has been led there as to learn permaculture, to start learning how to survive independent of a system that controls us. So imagine living in a world where there's no governments and no politicians. There'd be no fucking wars. We could all just concentrate on doing what we need. And what we need is food, water, energy, which we can get for free now virtually, and for free soon, with Tesla and other solar energies are coming out, and magnetic energies, which are already out. It's not in the public eye yet. So you got everything we need. Is so simple to achieve. All the other bullshit, like the cars and spending a fortune on clothes or shoes or handbags or makeup or whatever, is pushed into you in the TV and the magazines and the newspapers. This constant desire to buy stuff is just continuing to feed the system, which is drawing everything it gets from the planet, which is systematically having its ecosystems destroyed. And that's not a good thing. And it's getting to a point now. It's really on a tipping level. And you can feel it. You can see what's going on in the world. It's not just the physical reality that's affected. It's our mental reality. It's our version of our mental reality that's affected. There's so much shit going on in so many different directions, from the manipulation of your mind by the media and newspapers, the television screen, the light flicker of the TV screen. They can actually put data inside light now. So a long time ago, they managed to stop lights, put information into it, and then release it. So they can put information into the screens I'm watching, you're watching, we're all watching, even into the fucking sky. Everything is just a real mindfuck. But it's great fun to be a conspiracy detective type person, to see what isn't a conspiracy, and starting connecting those dots, which I started to do. In my version of reality, I'm right, because all the evidence is there in front of me. I can see it. It's being proven time and time again. And you can see right now there's a lot of things going on around the world. What with Jade Helm, military operation in America, the nuclear war, fucking scare, World War III going on between Russia and United States, China and Brazil taking on the American banking system to try and crash the dollar. All sorts of shit going on with all the little fucking party pieces in between, like the new fucking world baby parasite. It's not the child's fault, but it's being born into that family that think it has a right for us to support it for some reason. Strange. Are we still living in the medieval ages? And lots of little things are popping up just to keep your mind entertained. World Cup. Oh, Wimbledon. Oh, what's X Factor? Coronation Street. All these little things. What? Suck you in. and you just don't pay any, people don't pay any attention to what's going on in the world because they haven't got the time to do it. So I've been fortunate enough to do that. And even though I can see like loads of shit going on in the world right now, and I've got my own version of what could be happening and why, based on the information I've downloaded by choice, and many different sources and many different opinions, and I come to my own conclusion of what's going on. And right now, there's so much shit going down that we're on the verge of something massive within, I'd say, 2 or 3 months. It's that close, because it's all like everything's been put into position for the last 2 years, as I've been saying, and now it's all like coming to the checkmate move, which could be anything. They've got fucking Ebola ready to spring if they want to, and they've got the bird flu virus now going massive in America, which they can explode if they want to. They've got Jade Helm. Any reason whatsoever they choose to, they can stay in military law now because some people attacked some soldiers, or now it's a military state. There's a million reasons anything could happen there. You've got the use of terrorist threats like ISIS, which obviously they created so they can use that situation to create, if they need to, as one of their options, which could go setting off fucking bombs in America or fucking Britain or Europe or whatever to start something in one of those countries. And then, all the military here, that was fortunate. You could have fucking some space objects coming in as a fucking Nibiru. I'm not saying there is a Nibiru, but the evidence of past history and everything doesn't make me disbelieve it's a possibility. There could well be a fucking other space objects like the 18 planets that are actually in the solar system. When you actually take body size compared to what we used to call planets, what we found now, there's loads of fucking bodies spinning around there that we don't know about, we're not told about them, but also stuff that we aren't told about and they aren't told about. I just don't believe anything that fucking is on the TV or NASA, or I think there's a lot of information in there which you can absorb, but you've got to filter out what is true and what is not true and what's there for a reason, what he's trying to achieve and why, and then who's giving that information and why, and who are they connected to and why, and then you start piecing shit together and it's great fun. So that's the world I live in, yeah. So yeah, just want to say hello to the caravan and my crazy mind and this brilliant movie of a reality that's experiencing beyond this caravan, because it's all just a fucking comedy show, and people just can't say it's a dangerous comedy show because we live it. But if people just start paying attention to what is really going on, as opposed to the bullshit that they're given, maybe you'll end up in a caravan with a theatre curtain behind you to the outside world, beneath some pine trees, with Mozart playing in a greenhouse next to you, surrounded by wonderful people, and not knowing what's coming next and looking forward to it, whatever it is. The world I live in. What did I do then? I just checked my iPhone to see what time it was. I fucking hate iPhones. I hate clocks. I don't care what time it is. The programming is hard to break. Until next time. Indie Meds, signing out. Watch out what's going on. There's some serious shit coming. Laters.